Yo, Greedy back to give you some simple tips to make your run smoother than a baby bottom. Today we'll go over Aira's Oculus, the first abyss dungeon of Punika. 1325 eye level is required to get in, and a little know-how can get you through. Let's start off with the first boss, Frenzied Cicera or Cicera. This guy definitely has Black Air Force energy and has giant flail to prove it. The swing animations remind me of an angry drunk putting all their chi into one swing with the zeal of 50 football fanatics. He is slow though, and he telegraphs a lot of his attacks. The only notable thing to watch out for here is his mace swing that he does in cardinal directions, in which he does a big AOE in front of him after. When he's swinging in cardinal directions, make sure you're not in front of him because the big AOE comes. After his stagger bar's been broken twice, he'll do a grab after his Cardinal Swing. You can tell the grab is coming when he flashes a small red light near his chest. It can be easily dodged, but if you do get grabbed, it's up to your teammates to stagger the boss, or else a giant AOE ensues and it's a wipe. Other than this mechanic, the rest is crank and spank. The final boss is Lost Seto, or Lost Seto. The fuck? With makeup from your adolescent little sister's drawer and a bowl cut from hell, don't be fooled because this guy can kick you in the dick and take your lunch money if you're not careful. I too was fooled at first and took him lightly, but just like my flamboyant friend that nobody messes with because he just has the better comebacks and zingers, we got owned. Anyways, this guy's got 3 phases in which he transports you to maps. Some notable moves he has is a move where he spawns 2 blue AOEs, one in a circle around him and one in a cone in front of him, which execute in random order. The first one that blows up is a fake, and the second one will stun you, so avoid the second one and ignore the first one if you have to. Sometimes it's so quick and hectic that it's better to just avoid both to be safe if that's better for you. Starting in the second phase, it gets dicey because he starts doing some very dodgy moves. He does a ball kick where he'll kick a ball at you 3 times. Start rotating him away from the team and stay away from walls as the balls can bounce off the wall and drill you for extra damage. When Seto kneels down on his hands and knees like the oars position, he'll shortly after do a big AoE stun, so get away from him or iframe it with a dodge if you're a pro. Now this is the most painful one. When he extends his arms front to back and does some kinda Tada stance, he's gonna summon 3 Mickey Mouse fists to punch your shit in. They spawn from 3 cardinal directions toward a specified center. Getting hit by all 3 of these can easily one-shot most, so make sure to dodge this diagonally from the cardinal directions. The love stun is when he'll stun everyone and the screen will turn flamboyantly pink and a heart shape appears. Short while later, you break out of the stun and a small AoE appears beneath you and your teammates. You have to dodge out of this, so it's good to spam spacebar while you're in stun mode because the time to dodge is very brief. Also be wary of where your teammates are as to not dodge into the AoEs that appear under them as well. When he jumps onto his ball and starts juggling, it's the ground target phase. Spread out because a bunch of AoEs will form on the ground of multiple rings. You can hide between the spaces in the rings to not get hit, or just run out of the whole circular pattern altogether. When he does a flexing motion, he's gonna do his 50 punch combo that if you stand in front of, can one-shot you, or 50 shot you. Just don't be in front of him when he does this. Sometimes he glows blue before doing this, and if you have the armor plated balls or ovaries, you can attempt to counter, but know that if you miss, it may be painful. In my opinion, that punch animation is similar in time to the counter downtime, so I don't really go for it that much. When a pink circle appears under him and he starts dancing, everyone will get frozen except for one player. That player needs to break out the other 3 before the AoEs appear under the frozen people. After that, the person who wasn't frozen becomes frozen, and it's up to the others to break him out. An easy way to do this is to bring a flame grenade as it ticks fast enough to break people out. In the third phase, wait a bit because he always starts off with the hand and knee stun AoE. If you got the balls and the HP, you can just awakening him during this time and iframe the stun with it, while doing some sweet damage to him to finish him off ASAP in the third phase. All the same movesets are used here. If you're having a hard time, one thing we used to do was use a scarecrow to draw his attention for a while, giving you a lot of free damage, but it can be a hit or miss to if he bites on it or not. Regardless, this is also an option if you guys are having a tough time. Use it in the second or third phase, as these are the toughest parts of the fight. Well, I hope this has helped, and if you guys want to see the actual run, I'll post it as a separate video that might have popped up for you just now. Check it out and best of luck. See ya.